Hi everyone, it's Barry Davenport with Live Bold and Bloom, and thanks for watching my video today. I'm going to talk about limiting beliefs and a three-step process you can use very easily to start to kill the root of your limiting beliefs. This is something I talk about with my coaching clients all the time because limiting beliefs are really a huge impediment to moving forward and doing great things in your life. You have great intentions of being successful and living out your dreams, but inside you have these thoughts that keep attacking you and holding you back and creating fear for you that prevents you from doing and taking the steps that you really want to take. So how can you change that? Limiting beliefs is really just a fancy word for negative thinking and habitual negative thinking. You've gotten accustomed to thinking certain things about yourself and you've reinforced those over the years. Now, why do you have limiting beliefs in the first place? The most common reason is that you've brought these thoughts with you from childhood, that something happened in the past, in your younger years, that made you believe this limitation about yourself. And whether that is still true or not, you continue to reinforce those thoughts. So if in childhood you were pegged as maybe the child who wasn't so bright, or wasn't going to do well in school, then you've probably reinforced that thinking over time so that you've changed your brain circuits. It's really amazing how this happens because when you are thinking something habitually, your brain chemistry adapts to those thoughts. You're going to have to rewire your brain, rewire your thinking. It's really a chemical thing going on in your brain, and that's the amazing part of it. But you can change that. You can change it by changing your thinking habits. So let's talk about a three-step approach to doing just that. The first thing you want to do is have awareness around those negative thoughts. So when you have the negative thoughts, you want to interrupt them immediately. I suggest you do something like this. Put a rubber band on your arm. And when you have the thought, the negative thought, let's pretend that it's about not being intelligent enough. When you have the thought, I'm not smart enough, or something related to that, gently pop the rubber band. That creates a physical interruption between your brain and that thought. You want to have a separation, a clear separation. You gently pop the rubber band. That's step number one. Okay, you're going to interrupt the thinking. But nature abhors a vacuum, right? So you don't want to leave that emptiness there. You want to fill that space where you had the negative thinking with something else. So this is step number two. You want to find evidence to the contrary of your negative thought, of your limiting belief. So take a look at whatever that belief is, and whatever reason there was in the past, there are plenty of reasons now that it is no longer true. None of our thoughts are 100% true. In fact, many of those negative thoughts are absolutely untrue now. So sit down and make a list of all the reasons why that negative thought is really not true for you. Just that exercise alone is extremely enlightening. So make a list of the reasons why your negative belief is no longer true, your limiting belief. And you're going to fill that void that you just left when you stop thinking that negative thought, you pop the rubber band. You're going to rephrase it and say, I am intelligent because, and you've got your list in front of you. I am intelligent because I passed the real estate exam, I have a great job, I wrote a wonderful report, whatever it happens to be, the proof, the evidence that you have. And, I really recommend you keep that folded up in your pocket so you have it handy all the time. So the first thing you're going to do is interrupt. The second thing you're going to do is substitute the thought with another thought. And then the third thing you're going to do is reinforce. So you need to practice this process. Reinforce it over and over because initially it's going to feel really awkward. You're going to feel stupid popping a rubber band and changing your thinking, but you have to do it because anything that you develop, any new habit, even a new thinking habit, requires practice. And often it takes 4 to 6 weeks before any new habit can form inside of you and new thinking. It takes that long for your brain to accommodate itself to the new pattern of thinking that you're having. So in addition to just substituting the void of the negative thought with new positive words, do other things to reinforce it. The spoken word has amazing power. Stand in front of the mirror and say an affirmation, a positive affirmation related to the new way of thinking about that negative thought. Write an affirmation out. Write it out in your journal or on a piece of paper. And that exercise of writing helps reinforce that new way of thinking. Put some notes around you on your computer or in your car where you can see it. Do things to reinforce this new way of thinking. So you want to practice it regularly so that 4 to 6 weeks down the road, you will begin to see that your negative thoughts, you'll catch them quicker, you'll change them faster, and they won't have the power over you and won't create the fear around the things that you have this negative thinking around, won't create that fear anymore. So I encourage you to give that some practice and give it a good try. And I thank you for watching. Please go to Live Bold and Bloom and join my community. If you subscribe, I have a free starter kit with a lot of amazing information. It's liveboldandbloom.com. Thanks so much. Have a good day. Bye now.